Now today Mercury goes stationary retrograde. Okay, it's in Sagittarius and it's at 22 degrees. So we know that with 22 degrees, a master number, a very powerful master number, asks us to put the focus on what we want to transform in our life, what we want to bring into our life, manifest in our life, what we want to create, what we want to build, where we want our successes and our prosperity. And if we are looking at those things, things can happen quite quickly to bring them into being for us. Okay, Mercury stationary retrograde. I think we're all very familiar with this transit. Okay, we can expect delays in communication. Well, they'll be dicey at least, right? Reread those emails, those texts you're sending prior to hitting the send button, please, because chances are you left out important details. You mixed up your words, spell check came in and changed something that gave it a whole different meaning, whatever it might be, okay? There could be miscommunications, misunderstandings. We'll definitely have a harder time trying to get our message across to one another, okay? And if it's a face-to-face conversations, I ask of you to prepare, okay? Jot down some things you don't want to gloss over or miss completely. Omit them from the whole conversation, and that's what the conversation was about. How could you forget something like that? So practice it a little, put it in front of mind. Understand the buy-in you want to get, and have a patience. Have a patience, because there's definitely going to be misunderstandings and glitches in our conversations. Okay, signing that document. Okay, read it through at least twice. Now, many people will tell you, do not make any major decisions, launch a new venture, or make commitments during this time, big commitments during this time. And okay, that may be true. Okay, but I think it has more to do with the rushing into these things without some form of contemplation first. Understanding, having a true understanding of what we're saying yes to. Okay, most times had we waited, we find things out during and after the retrograde that would have been good to negotiate in our favor. And the reason for that is because we've walked a certain part. Now Mercury goes retrograde, walks us back over that part and then back through again. So we might have missed steps along the way. We might have agreed to things where, but especially during this time, let's say you're buying a house. Okay, and you're excited about this house. It's looking beautiful. The realtor is telling you it is a steal for what they're giving it to. It's a nice neighborhood. You don't see any flaws on the outside, and you go ahead and you start the purchasing of that property, of that house. If it's during a Mercury retrograde, what usually happens is you find out later that the wiring needs to be updated. The roof is way too old. The basement leaks. It's a major bus stop right in front of you. There's buses every 15 minutes. So there's always a crowd of people in your front yard, kind of thing. Whatever it might be, things come to you as you wait. More information unfolds. So you're going for that job promotion. You ask, and they go, "Here's the contract, sign it." And they point out all these beautiful things that they are giving you in this new contract, your promotion. And what you didn't know was, usually most people under this contract would have an extra week of vacation that you're not getting, or a signing bonus of $5,000. And you're not getting that because you signed off on signing it right away, rather than mulling it over, rather than thinking it through. When I was, and this has nothing to do with Mercury retrograde, but the value of holding off and waiting, okay? When my kids were growing up, because two of them had autism, there was IEPs for both of them. So I was at the school a lot for IEPs. And somebody told me, even if it sounds too good to be true, tell them that you want to take it home and reread it before signing it. And I did every single time. And I think there was only 2 times, but there was 2 times when it was like, oh, we forgot to talk about the meds, or we forgot to talk about incorporating this strategy. And, so I could go back and say these things, and it'd be in the IEP. Most likely they just put it in. But they got nervous when I say that. They'd be like, oh, okay. And they didn't. And most times I would bring it in the next time and sign it. But giving yourself that little space of 8 or 10 hours, even, can mean the world of difference when it comes to what you are agreeing to and what the conditions are of that agreement. So, my favorite during a Mercury retrograde is technical glitches. Oh my gosh, electronics may fail. Your phone, your vehicle, your computer, anything that runs, on that current of electricity is up for grabs. The washer doesn't work, the fridge cops out. It's all this kind of stuff, okay? I remember the one time my phone went on the was glitching, so I just switched to a different phone until after Mercury retrograde. You know what? I turned that phone on after Mercury retrograde. There was nothing wrong with the phone again. So sometimes, you could take it to the best person for advice, and you're still not going to get any kind of fixable solution. Sometimes it's just, I don't know, it's the energy. Okay, travel, watch travel. Unexpected headaches pop up. Unforeseen delays show up. Okay, Mercury retrograde asks us to slow down, to refine our plans, to clear any lingering issues. And we need to trust that delays or obstacles hold valuable lessons for us. So we need to stay flexible to what is being shoveled out to us. I hear scooped out to us, so that's why I went to shovel, but either or, I guess. The period invites you to revisit old patterns, repair relationships, reorganize what isn't working. It's not a time to fear. People get worried when Mercury retrograde comes around, but no, it's a time to be thoughtful. You're not being asked to start over. You're being asked to refine and perfect what's already in motion in your life. So embrace the beauty of imperfection. Take a breath. Know that the clarity will follow the chaos, okay? Delays and disruptions should not be seen as the enemy. Slow down, reflect, connect, reconnect with what truly matters in your life.